So I made an executive decision today not to do a certain client's loan. It's a commercial loan. I turned it down and it's good money, but let me know whether I did the right thing. Now, again, this is my personal opinion and I'm not endorsing these type of services that people do, but it's a brothel. Again, I have no beef for SEX workers or working ladies as they call themselves. And I have no beef on those who, escort and provide those type of services. In fact, a few years ago, I had clients that provide escort services, make really good money, and I respect what they do. Now, obviously, this is not a TikTok client, or the lead didn't originate from TikTok. Now, this lead came from my existing network, which is an accountant and referrer who spoke to another accountant that was facing troubles and getting finance, and then they referred to me. And obviously, with 15 years of experience, residential, commercial, I proved myself in terms of doing any types of deals, but this one's particularly interesting. So let's hit the drawing board. Now, we have a property here. It's about 3 stories. I'm not gonna tell you where it is so that you guys don't go look up the website and start Googling these girls there. Let's call it Gangster's Paradise, okay? So I don't want to say the B word because TikTok's got to, somehow ban this video. So the seller, which is the owner of Gangster's Paradise, wants to sell it to the investor over here. So the accountant which referred the lead to me is like some sort of business broker as well. Now, this seller wants to sell Gangster's Paradise for $5 million. And currently separate to the owner, we have the operator of Gangster's Paradise, which is running a 7 days a week Gangster's Paradise service. Now, for privacy reasons, I'm not going to tell you how much the rent here is so that you can look it up and all that stuff, but it's pretty good rent for the owner over here because operator of Gangster's Paradise is claiming that one day they can generate $35K a day, and that's cash. Now, the reason that accountant thought about me when doing this deal is because back in the days, about maybe 8 years ago, I was working with another broker, business partner, commercial broker, and he specialized in these type of deals. And that guy retired, and obviously then they're like, oh, well, you should be able to do it, right? Now, obviously, as I said in the front of the video, I didn't take the deal, but I could easily have done it. Here's a bit of background. In terms of funding, Gangster's Paradise, any big 4, second, third, or fourth tier banks will not touch it just for reputation purposes. Even non-banks won't take it. For example, Liberty, Pepper. Back then, Latrobe did it, but right now, Latrobe, due to more investment into their funds for reputation purposes, they won't do it as well. But then that boils down to private funding, which I also have a lot of connections to. So hypothetically, if I took the deal, the valuation will be estimated about 5.1, 50% of that, because most private lenders will probably go at 50%, will be 2.55. Now, with private loans and, in terms of commercial loans, I could actually dial up a commission of 1.75%. So based on 2,550, my commission would have been $44,000. Now, to make the deal a bit more complex, and that's why they came to me for a bit of holistic solution to convince some private funders, because right now there's a construction going on, so the place is a bit of a mess. They're doing the bathtub. I wonder what happens there. As you can see, and look at the multiple rooms. Maybe we'll get away saying that's a boarding house. Anyway, in terms of private space and commercial space, it's not protected by NCCP, so you can say a lot of things to the private funders, speak to the BDMs, you can negotiate low, negotiate high, hit a middle ground, and get the deal done for the investor. For the investor, he doesn't give a F that it's a Gangster's Paradise or whatever. He sees potential rezoning for this building so that this place could eventually be, kick these guys out, knock it out, and do like off the plan, 60 units. So for him, even though he's purchasing for $5 million, it'll be $2 million, which is the deposit plus stamp duty. That's nothing for him. If he could potentially, get that rezoned DA and all that stuff and sell it for 10 to 15 mil, easy money. Now, back to the premise of why I don't want to take the deal. Well, I don't know, because I'm married now. I have 2 kids. I kind of feel kind of uneasy doing these type of deals. And then you hear stories of girls that come over here by, holiday visa, but then they're actually working at these joints, and then sometimes, against their will. I just don't want to be part of that, Anyway, when I told this sort of justification to the accountant, not this accountant, but the other accountant that referred this accountant, he's like, "Are you stupid, bro? It's money. Why would you say no to money?" Because obviously, when I get my cut, I got to give him my share of the cut as well. I'm like, dude, I don't know. I just don't know. I just want to do it. I don't lack leads. I get plenty of leads through TikTok. I get booked out until the next 2 or 3 weeks. This thing isn't about money. It's just about my principles, the way I stand, being a role model for my kids. I just want to be involved in that. Again, I don't have any beef with that industry, but I just don't want to be involved with that type of deals. Now, I told my wife about this, and she checked the website. I didn't check it out. She's like, they make pretty much a lot of money, yeah. I'm like, okay, do you want to do it? Do it in the weekends? Nah, jokes. She's like, look, do whatever you want to do, babe. I trust your instincts. But look, that's my instincts. I didn't do it. Jump in the comments. Either toast me or roast me? Did I do a stupid move or just do the deal and get the money? I don't know. Jump in the comments. Love to read it.